We'll cut back to that later because now we've got to get serious. Cloud9 SK Grand Final starts right now, pistol round. And Henry, to point out the buy, we've got a kid on Skadoodle, but we've also got a lot of utility in terms of a Molotov, not so much a smoke for Fallen.
Yeah, we've got a coldzera smoke and two flashbangs. Fallen with a Molotov, usually used for the post-plant situation. CT's getting in towards Connector as well. That's going to be nothing, joined by Stewie, aggressive. There are T's. Actually, very passive, and shots start to come in. FNX on that pallet, trying to use the tight angle there, but the CTs are pushing in for the first confrontation. FNX gets the first headshot, though, looking for the second. There's a CT there as well. He goes down. coldzera finds the second kill. 5 on 3, as quick as that.
Shroud's got one back. FNX is the one that'll fall on the receiving end of it, but coldzera's tagged to 42. Smoke's out from Cold. To try and control this open doorway, they've got to bypass it. Fur's already toward the bathrooms and going to push back toward the A site, but Shroud toward Monster is actually going to catch off Taco, so they put both approaches, they put both players in toward each site to try and figure out exactly the setup of the 3 remaining CTs, but they get caught off. As a result, they'll regroup, reconsider. Cold stays down below inside of the tunnels, and his teammates will join him. This will be onto the B site. Automatic's the only one left here as well. Skadoodle's rotated over towards Shroud.
3 on 3. We still have the flashbangs, the Molotov available. So the Molotov can use towards the barrels position. That would make sense so they can save it for the post plan as well. I think it's the former. It goes towards barrels. Flashes go in as well. CTs, there's only one of them. That's automatic. Waiting the rotations from his teammates. Can he find anything here as the T's make their advance onto the bomb site here?
Coming back in, Skadoodle's going to find Cold. They're pulling this back very well, Cloud9, down from a 5 versus 3. And they're looking for more as well. Fur's going to fall. Bomb's going to go in. It's Fallen versus 3 in the pistol, and Shroud's got him over the top. Cloud9 will start off with the best foot forward and taking the first round away from SK.
There it is. It was a 3 on 3 situation, but Shroud stepping up and Skadoodle as well, tremendously so. 3 kills and 2 for Skadoodle there to finish things off. It was SK who getting the first 2 towards Connector as well, and then Cloud9 recovering as we went into that 3 on 3. The Molotov through towards the barrel area, flashes in as well. It was an open bomb site pretty much, as automatic was at the back, but the retake was successful. Cloud9 find 1-0 here. I have to say, they are definitely the underdogs in this map. It was SK's pick, and it's a good start, but a force spike coming from SK game in the second round. Normally you want to go for AKs on the third, but they're sending a message out here. Head armor, Tech 9s and Deagles as well. Aggressive towards mid, the CTs once again. It's Stewie leading the charge. We'll fall back now after deploying the smoke, and the Deagle shots start to fire off. No damage being inflicted as of yet.
FNX with the Deagle just trying to spray through that smoke down below. Nothing on the other end of it. Fur, meanwhile, back out toward the playground. I gotta be careful saying nothing on the other end of it. I mean, literally, there was not a thing there. Not Jordan. As Fallen looks toward long. Taco, meanwhile, waiting out toward the monster tunnel position. Nothing in Shroud on the other side of that are waiting for a push to come through. SMG's bar 1 for Cloud9. A bomb plant in the first, but an investment in the second. Means that the SMGs could be fine in the third round so long as they deny a bomb plant here from the Brazilians. They've left that bomb all the way back toward the playground. Fallen's going to run back to get it now as we see a double flash position toward the water.
Bomb's still down for sure, but still plenty of time to work with here. Trying to make these Deagles get that opening pick. No damage being inflicted though. You can see the CT still with 3 players towards the side as well. They have an incendiary and a smoke to actually stop that final push coming in. It's coming soon though as the bomb rotates over towards B. CTs are ready for it. Shroud on one side. He'll be joined as well by Nothing. Automatic watching short. They're ready for this, and this could be 2-0 for Cloud on the force buy from SK as we hit the 25-second mark.
Cold, watch Stewie though, he's coming back around, 2 dead already, a blunder inside a Monster, they just spray through. Fallen's got 2 back in return, and it's Cold to go down. Fallen with 2 on an MP7 though is gonna build up some cash for him, and he's gonna try and go in another 1 versus 3 to get bombed down, and this time Automatic's gonna deny him. So no plant coming in for SK.
Denying it, absolutely. That's a great word to use because Cloud9 was set up, ready for it as well. Time ticking away. SK couldn't find that first Deagle kill though, so desperately looking for towards middle. Go back towards B, time ticking away. It's quite telegraphed. Cloud9 are comfortable having 3 players there as well. A good setup towards Monster Tunnel, spraying them down with the SMGs. Not only do they win the round comfortably as well, they actually keep 3 players alive. So this one, guaranteed eco for SK Gaming. Glocks, PD50s, no nades. Pretty redundant. It's a good chance for these SMGs. The remaining 2 to actually farm some cash. Stewie in towards Connector, looking for the first kill. Headshot comes into FNX through the wall. Doesn't have to commit to this kill, just fall back. He's got the information required.
Good shot to pick up Taco as he comes back through. Second one trying to peek. 2 players in the hallway doing battle with Stewie, and Stewie pulls it back with a Tech 9, nearly overwhelmed. No armor and just pistols, but still holds his composure. And they need that. This is what we talked about. They got carried away against Virtus Pro. They got shut down so hard at DreamHack Bucharest Finals. And this time they're looking more to form, but they haven't had challenges yet. Now the guns will come up for SK, and I just want to highlight what I just said by bringing back a point they set on the desk to close out the last semifinal. If they get ahead of themselves, SK will capitalize on that, so they have to stay smart throughout the whole game.
Yeah, SK, a very tenacious team. They'll never be out, they'll never be down. It's very passionate, will never give up, so Cloud9 need to be careful here. No mistakes allowed if they're going to have any chance of taking a map here of SK. We go into this sort of bonus round here. We have got an AWP coming out Skadoodle, but Stewie, he's got the UMP. There's a Famous there as well. A great chance for them to capitalize here. It's not the best buy for SK, falling without his AWP. 5 AKs and a lack of utility as well. Only 1 Molotov. They're going to make their way towards B. A split coming in by the looks of things as well. 3 players towards Connector. The bomb outside Monster. CT's once again, though, ready for it. 3 players wide to receive. Skadoodle, though, he'll be towards mid by himself. He's happy for the rotations to go towards B. So this is looking very good for Cloud9 still.
Skadoodle seeing above the bathrooms. Tries to go for the fast flick, and the first player jumping across can't land. Smokes out as a result to cover off his position now inside of the site. But it's going to be a redress and reposition from SK as they go back over toward the B site instead, and they're going to put pressure on Monster rather than short Sandbags connection. And look at the setup toward that, because there's 2 players on Cloud9 side waiting to set this up. Nothing being one of them. Flash in, he picks up 2, and now the crossfire set, but Taco, an excellent shot back, will take it down. That'll give them a 3 versus 3 inside of the site. Automatic fast to move toward the ramp. And he's got his teammate and Stewie immediately in front of him to also look for information. They've hesitated, they've slowed. They know the situation that the rotations have come in, and as such, SK a little bit worried about overcommitting to this bomb plant and giving themselves in a vulnerable situation. 38 seconds, an automatic fine spur. Skadoodle as well, just watching that short position. Cold's got to walk by. And they've got no left utility. It's going to be Taco shut down again. Cloud9 good in these mid situations, these mid-round calls, as it's another 3 versus 3. Cold0 starts it off with automatic, knows where both players are, but can't find the opening. 17 seconds and bomb down in front of the pillar. He's got to try and go for it. Skadoodle denies it.
Big round. We said Cloud9 they'll be in a great position winning this one with a UMP and a Famous as well. Just bleeding the terrorists out. They couldn't find the picks once again. Like I said, Cloud9 ready towards that B site. Had the numbers there as well. It's a lackluster execution from SK. Didn't have enough to work with there to get into the site. Crossfire, spray them down. Nothing holding strong towards Monster Tunnel. Great job there. 4-0 for the North American side. Certainly the underdogs here and doing a great job here on the home map for SK. It's going to be a partial buy from the Brazilians. Tech9s, CZs, a couple of flashbangs and a Molotov as well. That'll be for the barrel, so that suggests they go towards B from short. Flashbangs for Fallen. Try and get the bomb down, that's the objective, but towards B they go once again where they have been shut down so far.
Nothing shot through. He's going to get taken down. Falling, catching Shroud. Now they're rushing in. The speed's working better for SK, but automatic still in this. And over top, it's going to be automatic burning one down. Cloud9 able to pull it back even when they get pressure, and this round is over as well.
They came close, but no bomb going down, and another round going in favor of Cloud9. They're breaking the mentality of the Brazilians here. A pause comes in. I assume this is tactical. It is from SK Gaming. So, who would have thought the first map here in the grand final against the current world champions, SK Gaming. 5-0 for Cloud9. The B bomb side that's locked down here. As we go into the next round, finally, maximum loss bonus obtained. It will be SK Gaming with the AWP. 4 AKs as well. This time they've got utility to work with. I'm sure they're going to step up soon. It's just a matter of time. This is their map. They're not going to go down about a fight, but great work so far from Cloud9, capitalizing in the early stages there. UMP for nothing. They definitely have money to drop him a weapon. He feels more comfortable with that weapon. Perhaps actually wants to maybe push towards short, flash over and see what it can do with a more mobile run and gun technique perhaps.
Look at Cold0, Taco as well. Both looking quiet. They can't get against themselves too early. It's interesting, VP still notes them despite being best in the world and having the SK era, which we may be at the end of, we don't know. This will be a good tournament to decide, but that they can be breakable, as we know from that interview. I think it was Pasha that said it, so they've got to keep their composure as well. I mean, we mentioned Cloud9. I'm surprised to see SK in this position early on, but quick timeout. There's 4 of them to use, so we won't read too much into it.
They forced ball in that second round. That was big for their economy, not winning it. When they didn't get the AKs on the third, that was a great chance to bounce back, but wasn't a possibility after the second. Maybe overcooking it a little bit in the grand final, wanted to surprise their enemies, but didn't really work out for them. Like I said, nothing with the UMP. I expect him to go aggressive. He's by short, ready to be flashed in perhaps, but so far SK Gaming using that AWP now to slow things down, falling towards middle, trying to find the first pick towards bathrooms, who'll be clearing out every angle possible, looking towards the connector. The bathroom maybe go back towards long A. He wants to find a pick. He's up against Skadoodle, who's actually more defensive here. He's allowing them to have mid control. He's holding the tight angle of bathrooms, and we'll see whether this works out for SK. Desperately need a round here just to get the ball rolling and see whether they can get into this game. 5-0 for Cloud9 overall.
For getting closer to the bathroom position. AK in hand, smoke in front of him. Skadoodle and Stewie that's waiting in the opposing side of the bathrooms. You can see it now. Skadoodle watching with the AWP inside of the bathrooms. And Stewie waiting for the push out front. Flash is going to go over both directions. In fact, this Stewie's going to put flames down on the inside of the smoke as a result, but this is all just holding them in place because right now it's Taco, FNX, and Cold Zero out toward B, and that's where the bomb is. Going in Monster now, nothing. Confronts Taco, traded back. FNX, this will give them a bit of an entrance. And Fallen as well gets the AWP onto the site. Never mind the kills off site right now. They need to get the bomb down, but they're losing men. They've got to do this in a convincing fashion. Again, Cloud9 looking very good on overpass, I have to say.
10 seconds now as well as Cold Zero finding a frag. The bomb has to go down by automatic. He's denying everything. 4 seconds, one-on-one. It's just going to be Cold Zero. It's just going to be Stewie to stay alive. He does it as well. Another round for Cloud9. Cold Zero finds 3 kills, but can't finish it off there. Stewie, very aware of that prospect and manages to keep the dream alive there for Cloud9. 6-0. It seems SK has been denied these frags at the beginning sections of the round. Can't get anything going, having to execute to the site. But Cloud9, their B site, it's like a fortress there right now, Matt. The SK might need to think about mixing things up, try default towards A, executing there, get some long control, just keep trying again and again towards that B side. Now they're force buying again. It's 4 AKs, a Tech9 for Fur. It's potentially going from bad to worse here. Who would have thought this would be the scoreline to kick things off?
Incredible scoreline to kick things off, especially. I mean, for Cold Zero as well, he gets 3 kills to end that off. 2 of them very swift in a pressure situation where he's trying to kill before bomb expires, and he ends up losing it. It's so frustrating. This is when SK really, these rounds, they're so close in so many situations. They're finding entries, they're finding the trades, and they can't get through. This is when they start to really struggle mentally, and it's going to be FNX and Cold Zero going toward the bathrooms, already down to just 3 players remaining. Not a kill coming in for SK. And we'll find one against Stewie, though. So dropping him at the front of bathrooms will push them further back inside the A site. 1 minute and 7 to work with, but FNX takes a lot of damage in that exchange.
4 on 3. The execution towards A looks like it'd be a possibility this time. 2 players towards mid. The bomb by itself, that's a problem. The bomb on 10 HP towards long. This is going to be a tremendously difficult round for the terrorists to pick up. Skadoodle in a great position to lock it down as well.
I can't see them bypassing Skadoodle and then not getting caught out by Automatic, who's waiting to peek from the bank stairs. Smoke seemed to have gone his direction. He's going to get forward in the flames. He's left himself exposed. The low HP player's still up. Skadoodle misses a shot. Suddenly it turns in SK's favor. FNX is through the door, but he's shut down by Shroud behind the truck, and nothing's going to chime in. Another one-on-one for Cold Zero. This time he's got time to plant. Beats it out. He knows he's running over. Spot shout in the truck, but now Shroud, he takes the advantage away because just by baiting and getting close,
Whoa!
Cold can't plant, and what a shot from Shroud.
The pressure keeps mounting for SK Gaming. This time they're trying towards the A side, outnumbered, but it comes down to the 1v1. Skadoodle missing some key shots there, but nothing, and Shroud stepping up, especially Shroud as well. Finds a 1v1 against Cold Zero, arguably the world's best player. He holds his nerve and brings the scoreline to 7-0. This is looking very impressive at Cloud9, and another, is this a partial buy overall? It has to be. Fur's gone a little bit more in than his teammates. He brings out the AK, that's fine. It means one player will be limited if they don't get the bomb down next round, but Skadoodle getting his confidence back, it seems. Back towards middle, aggressive, looking for the first kill. Problem is though, Fur looking to find him. He didn't spot him, I don't think. Fur's going to surely take him down. Doesn't pull the trigger and run on the corner, and he will get away. Quite lucky for Skadoodle, I have to say that. I thought he was completely done for.
And I think Fur was overthinking it a little bit and anticipating that he was still there, going to take the fight, so he shoulder peeks with the pre-fire. And as you say, he doesn't chase him down. Could be costly. Fallen cops a bit of damage from a nade that goes through, puts him on 67 HP. But that kill in an AWP, if you could take that down, Fallen was coming out from the lower stairwell. If he'd been able to pick up that AWP, and then they get a man advantage, SK can capitalize on that any day of the week.
Well, they've got 1 smoke remaining. That's deployed towards long. Fallen throws it in. That's really all they have to get into this bomb site with. There's a flashbang as well. The Tech9's Fur needs to step up here tremendously. He's locked out in the bathrooms right now. Skadoodle surely going to be towards CD spawn, ready with the orb. First frag has to go in SK's favor to even have a chance to get the bomb down here. 50 seconds remaining. They're going to commit in momentarily. Here it comes. Fallen gets it.
Oh, lovely shot from Skadoodle, though. Very straightforward, but Fur, good counter aim with the crosshair placement on the AK. Automatic's going to get Fallen still. That AK's got to be huge. They've picked up an M4 to go along with it. And Automatic, looking to try and get through the bank stairs, has nothing already at the truck, which is going to push Cold Zero back into the flames. It's not the bullets that kill him, but it's on to Fur. And FNX, low HP, good chance. Close up for Fur, has to dodge out the utility going beyond him. They're going to push around. Both line up, low HP. Now we've got a chance, but he's traded back by nothing. And it's going to be in toward the bathrooms where he is, and nothing's trying to find this out. FNX just needs to be a little more patient. Nearly caught. Nothing knows where he is. Taps it. FNX has to face shoulder bait. Knows the shot's in, and he's got it. FNX finally gives SK their first round in the game.
Yeah, really nice play there from FNX. Just shows a pixel, baits out the fake the future of nothing. You can hear the crowd erupting. Yes, we've got them on the stream this time. It certainly helped deliver the hype. And FNX, he finds the first round for SK Gaming. Beautiful stuff there in the 1v1. That was textbook CS. Nothing left in such a horrible position. He knows he's towards long or the bathrooms area. Has to bait something out. Couldn't even go for the full defuse. It was played so well from FNX there. Baits out the shots, keeps delaying the time, and it's the Tech9 and 1 AK in the hands of Fur that finds them their first round. And actually, look how close these rounds have been, Matt. It's going to be Cloud9 actually on a force by themselves. They're going to have two M4s, two 5.7s, and a CZ pushing in towards Connector, looking for that first frag, but the T's are ready for it. A little bit more defensive this time. We'll see whether this force buy from the CTs leads to anything. Nothing makes its way towards door, but takes a lot of damage through the smoke there.
Nothing's looking for an opportunity to spray into the smoke. Instead, he thinks about throwing the Molotov. Now remember, for SK, a 1 versus 1 in a reset situation, money is grim for them. They've got to win this round, but considering how close all of the other rounds was, Cloud9 being limited on the buy, it should be possible. I'm not going to rule out anything in this game so far.
Sure.
But it should be the chance to finally capitalize and get back into this game.
Here we go then. Great position for Nothing there. Has to go aggressive. He needs to be the one finding frags here. And Faller potentially will open this door. He'll potentially be pre-aiming towards short as well. FNX might open it for him. They're going to be focusing towards A though, judging by the setup. The bomb's making his way towards long, so they'll leave short open. That allows Nothing. He can probably call for his teammate to fall back towards A. Have a little bit of a stack going on there. The problem is, just don't really have the firepower to go toe-to-toe with SK right now. This is the chance now for SK to win this round and start getting some momentum built up.
Cold sprays inside the smoke just to clear off the corner, and Fur, speaking of smoke, will deploy one in toward long. And with no AWP, they can't peek this from afar. Tag's already on Nothing as well.
25 seconds. It's cutting it a bit fine.
This push, though, from Nothing could be timely. You're dead right. 25 seconds. He's going to be inside a connector, coming from the stairs, and Skadoodle hitting FNX makes it favorable because it's going to slow them tremendously. Stewie's got the shot on Cold. Now Nothing comes into it. He's got fallen down. They've got a problem. They're pinched in between 3 Cloud9 players, and it's going to be traded back on Fur. It's Taco versus 2 with 9 HP. No! Hits one, but Nothing's there. Well timed on the flank.
Wow, okay then, SK. I thought Taco had done just enough, though, to take down Shroud. Nothing, though. What a flank it was. We said his position was good towards shore. He times it to perfection as well. Comes in. The time was low. SK had to focus on the bomb site. And Nothing there. He's having a great game so far. Top bragging for his team. Everyone's contributing, to be fair to Cloud9. 8-1 is a harsh reset, though, for SK. Bomb goes down. Means they can actually buy some weaponry into this one. Fallen has enough for an AWP, but his teammate's struggling slightly. 2 pistols, 2 AKs. Lack of utility. A chance for SK now with the AWP to make something happen, but it's just a game, or the war of attrition, I should say, at this point. Whoever wins this round is going to take full control of the economy situation. Both grasping at straws in a moment. We'll see what happens. It's Fallen trying to make picks happen. He's actually been denied. That's what's been so good about the game plan for Cloud9. They're not allowing these picks to happen at the start of the round. Some very, very skilled players for SK. Very volatile and able to pick up early frags. It's not being realized at the moment for them. Fallen's going to make his way towards short. Won't be able to find anything here just yet, I'm afraid.
It's an impressive start from Cloud9, but they've got a gas pedal the whole way through this. Weld it to the floorboard.
Indeed. Well, Fallen now still trying to work that pick. Is denied so much. This is what they're working with here, but Nothing might give the first frag away. Decides against it, but... Oh, wow! Okay, then Nothing. He outfrags Fallen with the M4. Fallen had it pre-aimed as well. 5-on-4 just like that.
They're looking very good right now, Cloud9. Shots like that are hard to contest with, and right now, SK, in front of the home crowd, are struggling tremendously at 8-1. AWP back up now in FNX's hands instead. It's going to be Fur, he and Cold Zero grouping outside of bathrooms with Taco working back in that position. Nothing's looking like he wants to potentially try, in case he's turned it back. I thought he was going to try and push through that smoke and go for another flank. But they've got to go 35 seconds. It's going to be a hit on the A site, and FNX is going to lead it with the AWP. Side angle shown from Automatic. He's going to fall back slightly. Skadoodle's going to play from the dumpster. And it comes to Stewie at park bench to play a swing position, double smoke out, and he's got it perfectly, Stewart, so far as he picks up the first on Taco. Gets away towards long as well. Skadoodle nearly hits a shot on it Cold, but Stewie's got a pistol shot to follow it up. Oh, that's so close. Skadoodle turns back, Cold Zero. Oh, what a transfer! He gets 2, but Stewie's there immediately after. And it'll pull it back to just FNX, misses the op shot, and it goes 9-1 for Cloud9.
Oh, this is more of the same. SK looking lost here. They're not getting picks at the start of the round. What a shot from Nothing to open things up. He takes down Fallen, who was trying to work the first pick. He didn't have an arm and head, it seemed. One bullet, nothing in some incredible form right now, it seems. He funnels them back towards A once again. The time's low. They execute, and Stewie, he knows what he has to do. Playing in front of the smokes, locks it down. Another eco for SK Gaming. We're looking at 10-1 here on SK's map. This is incredible.
A problem. Yeah, that's a massive problem. If they don't show up on their own map, you gotta fear for the next one. And Cloud9 right now on form. This is an incredible performance for them. Stewie again. People have been saying it, that they're building this Stewart addition, and look at this as he goes in. Automatic gets one of them from afar. All right, he gets the second as well, but Stewie from the stairs, it's those two members of this team that have really brought them so far forward.
6 stuff so far from Cloud9. They've reached double digits and looking to do more damage here as we go on. Money's still a problem for SK Gaming. They haven't really got it rolling here at all. They've picked up 1 round so far, and even that wasn't really that clean cut. 10-1, 4 AKs and a Galil. They've got limited utility, no Molotovs. They're key on overpass to flush players out towards that B site. What's the play here? Straight towards middle it seems. Stewie though, he's in the zone right now. And a player, it's a scary prospect when he's hitting shots. He's gonna have players towards long as well. Gets the first kill, it's actually not. Fallen takes him down. I thought he had that one dead to rights, but automatic. He comes charming in with 2 of his own.
2 big kills as well to get those pulled back and leave the bomb in a position where it's vulnerable and spotted by Cloud9. Automatic falling gives Cold Zero a chance to go grab it. It's gonna force Skadoodle to go back toward the A site as well. But 3-3, Cloud9, these situations have been favorable for them. Normally, you say a CT side going down should favor SK. Well, think about the pistol. 5 versus 3, they lose that. The next round after, 5 versus 3, they lose that. It's been all kinds of situations where SK just can't convert them into rounds. Cold's watching the flank with bomb in hand, but Taco starts to suss out information toward the lower stairwell. Nothing in trap. Both have gone over to the B site. Nothing's in a position on catwalk, though, where he can easily rotate back to the stairs, and Skadoodle anchors A alone, and they are going that direction. 47 seconds, and all 3 of them could go from long, which is actually kind of interesting because Skadoodle playing inside behind the truck, he won't be able to spot out for information early enough to see them before they arrive on the site, which means if they take him down with a good exchange, they'll get a bomb plant out of it.
3 on 3. The timings have been a problem for SK so far. Here they come from long, all 3 players. Skadoodle's waiting.
The one thing that I just said changes in the fact that Shroud's rotated. So he's toward Dumpster now, Shroud. And he's got a chance to try and spot them on the way through. Smokes over toward the bank. Skadoodle goes for the peek. Fur hits the shot. But again, Shroud's here, so bomb plant should come in on the backside of the smoke. There's a gap, and Cole takes advantage. A second smoke goes out. Now we've got a round that absolutely has to be converted at nothing. He's got money to work with on the Cloud9 side. Actually, I say that, you know what, he doesn't. It's 29.50, so if they don't get this round, they'll be able to buy in the next, but they'll be vulnerable immediately after, and Fur's going to close it out.
There we go, equal exchange at the start of the round there. It was aggression from Stewie and Automatic, bringing it down to the 3 on 3. I was worrying for SK Gaming once again that they've wasted so much time for their executions. They're always down to the 20-second mark, and players like Stewie and Skadoodle are finding shots, playing in front of the smokes and shutting them down. This time, though, they're managing to take down those key players and get the bomb down. Shroud couldn't find anything on the rotation. Nothing in 3 on 1. Like you said, had to be around there. And finally, SKBME find the second. 10-2, though. This is a big one going forward. If SK can win this, it breaks the economy. And still 10-5, a very workable half. It's not done just yet. They're still in this one. As we get to round number 13. Nothing towards B this time. Orb still in the hands of Skadoodle. He's watching for the boost towards top and mid there. Seeing if anyone will jump over, trying to spot for information.
Cold and Fur together. Bomb in hands. Fur, birthday boy, this event. Would love to win in front of the home crowd, but right now that's one round at a time, guys. Let's not put the eyes on the prize too soon, because 10-2, Cloud9 looking very good. FNX is going to start to work out from the underpass. Cloud9 going a little bit more passive in this round, but Skadoodle's on top of the flower bed. Could see above that position toward the top of the stairs again. He didn't hit the shot the last time they jumped across. This time he doesn't succeed either, and he'll start to go back to the site. Now they have to consider long, and you can see them doing so by way of smoke, because no one's peeking on that. So him and Stewart will both go back in the site with Automatic at the dumpster as well to help support.
Here comes the execution. This time they have a lot more time to do it as well. Got the map control required, the utilities dropped, the Molotovs are going in. There's another brawl on the A side. Did Cloud9 have what it takes to fend it off?
Good Molotov. Stewie's going to have to be moved by this. He can't peek around the back of the truck. Automatic smoke in his way. He's trying to see through. But Cold's going to open it up. Good shot back from Skadoodle. Knows the second one's on the side. Good peek. And Stewie's got a kill in this as well, so it falls apart on the entry. Skadoodle looking for more as well. Low HP out by the flower pot. It's going to be taken down, and Shroud steps in as well.
Well then, SK once again gifted the map control, but Cloud9 not playing to the game they want. They want to be finding kills at the start of these rounds. Execution's coming in, and it don't look that pressured, Cloud9. You can see Skadoodle there playing from The actual truck on the bomb site, position himself correctly, finds 2 frags. Pretty simple for him as well, didn't have to work too hard for them. They're playing in front of the smokes, locking it down 11-2. Harsh reset once again for SK Gaming. They're looking a little bit lost here. They don't have that flair they were used to seeing from the Brazilians. And it's going to be Tech9, CZ, full-on BXQ coming in straight away. They're going to have to. Molotovs towards barrels, the bomb site, smokes towards heaven, flash over. They managed to get close before with these weapons as well. There was 4 Tech9s and an AK that wanted the previous. They're lacking the AK this time. The commitment comes in. Taco, he's going in first.
Shots over top. Automatic spots out Cold Zero. Again, they want to go. They're all inside by 1 pillar. They're all planning in the smoke. Automatic's going to take it down. Actually, take that back. It's nothing, but either way, bomb denied. And SK struggling so badly here. Oh, it's fearful. 14th round, it's going to go to Cloud9. It's going to make it a scoreline of get ready for it. If you're not looking at the screen, 12-2. That's a remarkable start on Cloud9, playing on the overpass, the map that SK chose.
Crazy. Never seen anything like it. I think if you would have predicted this on the analysis test, they would have crucified you. It's crazy to think this is happening right now. SK looked in good form today as well. Well then, 12-2, the last round here. Round number 15 of the first half. It is a best of 3, may I remind you. It's Mirage next, but the problem is with that, that's Cloud9's pick and the form they're in right now. And what I've seen from SK, they haven't really arrived as of yet. Well, we've got the crowd in our ears right now. Very quiet, I have to say. As we go into the last round, Tech9s, CZs and Deagles again. They have the smokes to work with, but there's no firepower. That's been pretty much the headline throughout this first half. They're either lacking the weaponry or the grenades. One or the other.
Or the kills, or the rounds.
Well, yeah, all of it.
The bomb plants.
If you want to get down to that deep, yes. But yeah, this is looking like their approach in terms of like, they're running the timeout so low, they're not getting the picks, getting out-dueled as well. Cloud9, perfect game so far for them. Literally couldn't really get better than this.
Fallen's desperate to make something work with his Tech9, going to start to push in toward the bathrooms onto the A site. FNX as well here, with Fur, with everyone, as we see it. So it's going to be a straight-up brawl in toward A. Last-ditch effort to pick up a 3rd round on the T side before we swap over, and then think about how much pressure goes onto that pistol. Stewie walking out, lining him up, but he goes a little bit over commitment. Causes Fur to get the kill in return, but automatic sprays down 3. It's going to be Cold Zero to respond, but dead immediately after 13-2. And SK was so close to winning a pistol, and now look at the half.
Everyone contributed from Cloud9, looking incredibly strong there. Automatic especially, finishes on 19 kills. Him and Stu, we said they were going to be a pivotal factor here. Stu on 18, Skadoodle, good performance throughout, finding the picks that mattered. Nothing with some great rounds. What can you say about this one, Matt? After winning the pistol, Cloud9 have run away with this game. It's 13-2. We're going to have to go to a quick break, but I think SK needed to calculate themselves, work out what's going on here. They still can get back into it if they win the pistol, but we'll take a break and find out what happens.
For many people in this incredible audience, the finals have yet to kick off. 13-2, Cloud9 absolutely punishing them in every single way, starting with a 5 versus 3 situation where they pulled it back in the pistol and then absolutely ran away with the half after that, I have to say.
Yeah, the Brazilian crowd unable to assist SK right now. It's been an interesting factor throughout, especially for Immortals and SK, but here we go then. Can they recover? Still a possibility, believe it or not. SK, you could never count them out of any situation. As long as they have 1 round, that's enough. Win this pistol, they can still be back into it. We'll get into this one now, though. It's going to be Cloud on the T side. Looks like a B rush, potentially, going towards the short tunnel, but there's going to be CDs waiting for them. It's an initial confrontation. It's messy, but it's equal for now.
Good exchanges for SK, and it's going to be better because Taco and FNX give them the situation. Fallen gives them the round. But now this is just the beginning. Crowd's got to come alive, and so do they. They've got 10 rounds before it's tied, and 3 rounds for Cloud9 before it's over.
Well, SK not giving anything away at this point. Not taking risks. They're going to get the M4s out, 3 of them, and 2 UMPs as well. Want to make sure they're ready for the force spike coming in from the terrorists, which will be arriving as well. Tech9's P250s. They've got a Molotov that normally suggests it's towards B. Molotov barrels flashing as well. It's very difficult to go for the monster tunnel when it's player out of that barrel position. Nade misses the T's. They're going to be in fast. Shroud leading the charge in towards short.
It's going to be in toward the water position. Taco in the water. He's going to walk back up the mound. Good positioning. M4. UMPs, doesn't matter. Money made for SK. Now it's a very straightforward round, but importantly, they keep 5 players alive as they shut down Cloud9 in, and they deny a bomb plant.
SK, now I'm starting to get worried for Cloud9. If they won that pistol, close it up, but SK, they're going to grind back round by round. This is probably one of their absolute best maps. It didn't look like it on the T side, but they're never going to give up, mark my words. This could be a very close game now. We go into the next round, not much to report here. It's going to be Cloud9. 5 Glocks didn't invest a single penny into this one. So at this point, SK just want to keep 5 players alive. If they can do that, they will have a lot of money going forward in that first gun round. And they'll probably upgrade one of those UMPs to an AWP, I'd imagine. They're not going to give anything away. They want to make sure they win every single round.
FNX already all the way out toward the T stairs, and they're stacked up above it. They are waiting for this, though. They're going to spot, so yeah, smartly gets away. As soon as you see one player there, don't commit, don't get greedy, because easily, that far isolated, they can pop around the corner, take you down, and grab your gun. So smart play to get back, has information that that's where they are, and they can get forward and aggressive, as Cold Zero's done as well, in toward the construction position. Fall on top of the stairs. There's really not much movement here for Cloud9. And with that, they'll try and burst back out toward the park. FNX nearly caught off by Automatic, but could snap back. Quick swap to the USB to make sure no one else is getting closer as he has to go for the reload. And Cold, pushing up. Watch the knife! Nothing was in the corner! Nice reactions, Cold! Deny that cruelty! I don't even mind that he goes down in that, because a knife might have been bigger problems.
Yeah, that's worth it for nothing. It's either $300 there with the Glock or $1,500 with the knife, so definitely justified. He gets a stab. It looked like it was in the back. Maybe just to the side of the torso there, who knows. Looks at the CT zone, keeping the aggression up. Fall and finishes things off there. Let's not get too carried away. It was a full eco, but still an exciting one. I'll give you that. Skadoodle now. Difficult to get the AWP out. Certainly can do it, but it will be glass cannon. Doesn't bring it out on the T side. Like I said, though, Fallen AWP himself. Double AWP set up for the CTs. Interesting, but to be fair, Cold Zero and Fallen, probably one of the deadliest double AWP setups in the entire world, I would say. Close to Guardian and Simple.
I would say so, yeah. I think that's... Well, I mean, originally this was the double up setup we talked about. We haven't seen that shot in a while. A lot of teams are getting more passive about going for it because it's countered out, and Fallen hits a beautiful one aggressively toward the top of the stairs. Man advantage SK already.
That's what they wanted. Here we go then, 5-on-4. We said this could be a problematic affair, but just as I said that, though, nothing. Still doing some good work here. He gets the kill. I think that was on Cold Zero, who's jumping towards short as well. That's the shot we didn't catch on screen. We'll get a replay of it. It's incredible when it happens, and it takes very quick reactions indeed, and nothing pulled it off. I'm just going to double check that. I'm going to fly over and just make sure I'm not getting too excited. Oh, it was towards short. It was an AWP, though. That was Cold Zero, so... Wasn't the jump shot, but still a very impressive shot nonetheless. Yeah, and it's a big one to get, because now that second op down, it weakens a defense that was relying on a two-pronged approach, covering off the long corridors with the ops, hence why Fallen's still out at specifically long. Literally the position and the intention, but it's going to be weakened significantly as Taco has to play behind barrels and furs on the catwalk itself. Taco's been sussed out in that position so many times by Molotovs. He's got to get trades, but good shot from Fallen takes down Stewie. And now they're back to the man advantage. It's going to be B they hit. Taco needs to be strong in this position, needs to know when to peek, tries to dodge out the utility. And Molotovs are going to go beyond him. They haven't checked this. He's in prime position. They're going to walk up. Headshot showing, but Taco misses. Does have to recover. Good crouch in behind the barrels. Gives him the protection as he pops back up. Does get taken down by nothing, but it's just Shroud as the nade comes in to take him down. A 3-on-1 bomb on the other side of the pillar, and it's going to leave him in the open if he goes toward it, because Fur's wrapping around. There it is, the first gun round, going in favor of SK Gaming, 13-6, slowly but surely clawing back into it. Good exchange at the start. Fallen gets that initial kill, but this is the shot we missed from short. It's nothing. Outfiring an AWP once again. Great shot there. Wasn't the jump shot I was speculating, as I just caught that screen there as we were fading out from that replay. But still, SK managing to win it with 3 members alive as well. Shroud definitely in contention when the clutch just couldn't get going with 15 seconds remaining. It's going to be Deagles, PD50s and Tech9s here as Cloud9 make their way towards mid. It's going to be aggressive play from Fur, using the smoke to cover himself up. He's going to drop an incendiary as well, but flashbangs come through, and it will be nothing to push and goes down to the hands of FNX.
Fur's waiting on this as well. Oh, good spray through. On the right mark. According to the X-ray, I think it might have just clipped the edge of the bottom of the stairs. But that one doesn't. That's a headshot to Shroud. Follow it up. Takes down Automatic as well. And now the pistols inside the site have a bomb drop down. Stewie may get the kill, but he'll die immediately after. They're rolling now, SK 13-7. Cloud9 will get guns this round.
Here we go. Round by round, SK just make it a little bit closer. 13-7. As we go into round number 21. Double AWP setup still ringing true for SK. Cold Zero and Fallen. Fallen known to be very aggressive on this map. Same story for Cold Zero. He's normally playing on the B side. Fallen goes towards the bathroom to Skadoodle. This time not a glass cannon. He's able to actually bring a full equipped AWP. No head armor there. It is a bit of a problem against the M4s. It will be challenging towards mid. But look at the CTs. Look at this long setup, Matt. FNX, we saw this before yesterday. We actually saw this yesterday. The idea is Fallen. He's normally towards the back of long. He baits in a shot, and then the two CT show behind those rocks in the tree, and it's absolutely devastating if you walk into it.
The other aspect of it is that it's a 4-man setup on A because Cold has to watch the front of bathrooms so Fallen doesn't get caught off. Does leave a bit of a risk because Taco's alone on B therefore. But right now, with the default as it is for Cloud9, trying to find information, they still have a chance to find a pick on this, and Cold's going to cover off toward the rotation back down to the underpass, which could be huge. Finds Stewie. That's going to start to push them over toward B, but Cold's got to stick around a moment longer because there's a chance that they can reface on him smartly now with the smoke out. He'll rotate. He knows that kill means they'll likely try and find elsewhere. Fallen, therefore, goes in the bathrooms because that's where he's left exposed from and finds Automatic. Great start to this setup from SK.
Yeah, what can Cloud9 do here? And it's going to be in the back as well, doing damage. Fur, he finds the next kill. Cloud9 can't find anything in this round. The last two players in B, but look at the bomb. They've just got no reason to go towards this side. They're just trying to find frags and find an opening at this point, but the CTs, they're aware. They've got the bomb. They don't need to face it. Holding the angles as Cold's there in heaven as well. 35 seconds, I think you have to save at this point. What can you do? You've been shut down by the orbs. This double orb setup working very well indeed. Back towards T-spawn they go. Now the crowd's starting to come to life. They're enjoying this. It will be 6-0 after this round, and we said they were dangerous, and they're showing us why they're regarded as one of the best on this map so far. T-side was poor map, but if they're going to win the game, you can't argue with the result overall.
Definitely can't. Fur's going for the flank to catch them out. Now the crowd's starting to play their games, and IP got a taste of it. I certainly don't mind it. Shroud tries to catch off Fur. Whoa, nearly cost himself his first snap back and put him on 11. Guns needed for Cloud9. Rounds needed for SK. They'll get another. It's 8 now for them.
They can certainly buy into this round. The 2 saved AJKs as well. They can get maybe one player on a Tech9. That might be a problem. Skadoodle, maybe the Galil. We'll find out whether he wants utility or the firepower. It's going to be the Tech9 with the smoke and 2 flashbangs and a Molotov as well. So that answers the question of that. But no AWP available for him. I think a set piece from Cloud9 will work out now. Get towards B, get control towards connector as well. Let's do the smokes, do the Molotovs in. Let's try back to basics, see if we can get the bomb down. Let's get post-plant situation. Hope for a bit of luck in that initial exchange. For the double orb setup, still going to be a problem. Taco will be towards B. Cold's will be backing him up as well. He's actually looking towards the monster tunnel, just boosting up towards short. Just spotting for information here. We have got 2 players for Cloud9 towards mid, but there's no bomb there. So what's the plan? I guess Skadoodle will be trying to go towards long by himself with that Tech9, show some presence, and try and stop the rotations going towards that B side. As it goes in, contact play towards the side. Through monster tunnel, no less.
Nothing. Automatic and Shroud. The first 3 in. Molotov's going to go out. Taco's got to move on this. He's in the flames. He's going to fight in the flames. That'll be the death of him, but he does pick up 1, which is pretty good all things considered. Better still, Fallen's going to add to that total. He picks off Skadoodle on the way through, and Fur wrapping around. Smoke's there. It's going to be a plant, but now it's a 4 versus 2, and no escape inside of that smoke because Fur just waits, baits, and he's going to capitalize on Shroud as well.
Very nice stuff from Fur. Butchered through the smoke. Looked so calm and calculated, did he not? When he pushes through, just make sure every kill counts at that point. Lands it all. 3 kills for him. Cloud9, like I said, a little set piece towards the B side there. Doesn't really work out for them. We had Skadoodle on the other side of the map. He couldn't really do much of just that Tech9. And Fur, he's the star of that round. Maximum loss bonus. And then some. As it's 7-0 for SK Gaming. Gap's getting a little bit scary now for Cloud9. Skadoodle can get the orbited glass cannon once again, up to the AK. Wants to smoke and Molotovs here. Can't get rolling here at all on this terrorist after such a successful campaign at C-Team. 13-2, yet to find a round. Is this to be rushed? Molotov towards short. Let's see what happens here. They're going to be locked out themselves.
Stewie slowed by the flames as we see it. FNX already in the stairwell. There's no rotating back unless they go all the way back toward the T-stairs. Fur and Fallen just above that as well, watching to make sure he won't get caught off. But it is going to be B again, and they're actually just going to slow creep it. This could actually work out. It's interesting approach because Cold's got an AWP forcing onto sandbags, whereas nothing's already in. And a Molotov in the corner means they can't peek back out. Taco can't find the angle from jungle. Smokes out, bomb plant already coming in. This is actually smart from Cloud9. Just the AK, Shroud's in a prime position. They're already out above him. Tries to get the shot, loses it. Fur, that's a massive kill. Stewie's on top of the sandbags. No one Fallen hits that shot. SK's looking the form now, but Automatic tries to spray it back. 2 for him. Looks to the third as Fallen, missing the shot of the AWP, and Automatic therefore gets him with the AK. Lovely stuff from him to hold off this retake, but it is back down to a 2 versus 2, and Cold hits nothing toward the grate. Automatic's got to do this all himself. 3 kills, 2 to find. Bomb planted to make it work, and he got another low HP. Automatic, he's on it. Taco, he's in the smoke. 4 seconds to go. He's got to go for the ace. He can't find it. Automatic. Oh, yes, he does.
No, he
But
doesn't.
they get the defuse, so it's an ace, but a lost round as SK will pick it up.
My God, Automatic, so sick towards Shoy, find 3 kills. We're waiting for a star performance to find in that first round. It's a full defuse in the smoke, and once again, 1 second separates it. SK, 8-0. Oh, Automatic's gonna be the worst feeling in the world. So close, yet so far. 5 kills, so good, but it's not enough. 13-10, we reach double figures, and all of a sudden this gets very scary and very real for Cloud9. Can't find anything here after Automatic plays his heart out there. They do have enough money to buy.
Stewie nearly hits the shot on the jump. And they're gonna go again, same play, same setup for SK as well, so very passive Cold. He's flashed off, good timing, they passed it over. It's gonna be Taco again trying to find this angle, and this time they'll smoke it on top of just the Molotov, which holds him away. Taco's got Automatic already this time though, so the hero, he's out of this round. Skadoodle instead steps up. Stewie with the smoke down below is gonna play below the mountain. This is a good position. Fur jumps over those spots, slides back out, Shroud goes down, wasn't quite aware that he was in the corner. Now the time ticks. Bomb. They just have to hold this off. Buy space, buy time. Nothing's going to try and be clever and catch out Fur, but he hears him coming. Back out in front. Nothing hits the shot regardless. Now he's got the post-plant position toward the bomb. Skadoodle under the smoke, takes down Cold. Fallen. Strikes it back. 2 versus 1. They've got to find nothing. They know where he is, but a good shot on Taco. And Fallen, he's going to tap this out on an AWP. Tries to bait nothing back in. No, he doesn't land it. Nothing's going to do it instead.
There it is. It took one player to step up tremendously. Automatic couldn't find him before, but this time nothing. He's the hero. Fallen trying to do what he could. It looked like he was potentially going to pull that one off there. The close range orb. That's his bread and butter. A 1v1 situation with another post plant. Cloud9 finally find the first round here. It's 8-1. Dangerously though. The reset potential is so massive, Matt. You can see the buy here for Cloud9. Tech9 to Galils. They lose this round. It could potentially mean 2 for SK. And the money is rolling strong still for the Brazilians. It's still not over for them. And as we go, here we go then. Round number 25. What have they got? Towards long. It's Fallen. Nails it. Takes down Stewie. 5-on-4.
This is incredible stuff now. Lights out play on both sides. Cloud9 with 1 round to their name are now in the same situation that SK faced in having a reset in a worst possible time. This would give SK potentially 12 rounds if that happens. Stewie already gone as well. Automatic's going to slowly work toward the smoke. They've placed it long and Fallen inside of the site. Tries to find the shot. AWP is very good on this site. It's arguably his best position. The repeak more successful. Nothing. He's through the reticle. He's down. He goes. Bomb play comes in. Oh, is he going to do it? He's got the knife. Oh, it's Fur instead. He kills Fallen, but he's the sacrificial lamb. SK's got the round.
What can you do against that? Cloud9, who were up against it already. They had no weaponry to work with, lacking the money. Galil's, Tech9's and AK after winning the round, no less. Now, SK pick it up. Fallen. So good on that A-bomb side, nailing every shot. We thought he was going to get the knife as well, but he goes down. It doesn't matter. That's a reset for Cloud9. The bomb did go down, but certainly not enough to buy, and now SK in a great position going forward. It's 14-11. A pause comes in for Cloud9. Time to compose themselves, and here's the replay. Fallen delivering so far in the grand final. He was quiet in the first half, but can't argue with this. This is certainly heating up here. I'm glad it has.
Like, either way, it was kind of hilarious. Goes for the knife, would have been incredible, but Fur just shows up and says, nah, let's just win the round.
Yeah.
And here we go, the mind games begin. And like I say, I don't mind this. They gave NIP a standing ovation after the game, respect when it matters, but this is what home crowds do, and this is what home crowds should do. Get inside their opponent's mind. Yeah. I'm all for it.
It's a full investment, it seems, though, Matt. So the lost bonus is not there. It's full reset. Obviously, could have been double eco regardless. That's what they're thinking. They still have a better round. It's not sort of point of no return just yet. Let's be 14-12. They lose it. They still could win this round. So let's see what happens here. Tech9's Deagles. Smokes, Molotovs, flashbangs as well. As they make their way once again, looks like towards the B site through the short tunnel and connector as well. Molotovs come in. Shroud opens things up. Takes some cold arrow. That's the cue. Get in the B site right now.
But it's going to be Fur in a good position. Taco's the one with the kills from the barrels, excuse me, but Fur goes down. I take it back, Taco was actually boosted. It wasn't, I assumed he was at barrels because that's where he normally plays it, but he was boosted on FNX's head. It was a good counter play, but they've given up an M4. That's gonna be in Skadoodle's hands. And he's got a good position on Mount as well if they wrap around and don't check this. Looks at the window, wrong time. Spots Fallen jumping, repeek out with the flash. Not gonna work, it was almost the right play. And now it's on to Shroud, Deagle in hand looking for Taco. Low HP, all 3 blind, but down in the end, and it is 14-12.
So then, after the investment there towards the B side, they went. Shroud did open things up with coldzera. Like I said, as soon as you get a kill like that in the Deagle round, you commit. You get straight in that side. You try and stop the rotations, get a plan down. The latter part of the plan works out. The plan comes in, but couldn't find any more frags, really. 3 versus 1. Shroud didn't really have much ground to win that round. It's going to be another eco, I think, for Cloud9 overall. 14-12 now. Now it is starting to get a bit scary. They're going to have to take this one on the chin. Tech9's Deagles, a bit of armor as well. Got some smokes to work with, but SK Gaming, it's looming. They're coming back after the 13-2 deficit. And can you imagine what's going to happen if they pull this one off? The crowd, they're going to blow the roof off.
And what happens to Cloud9, who we just said had
They'll
to go
done.
full gas pedal,
Yeah.
needed to keep the mentality. They looked the most composed we've ever seen them look in a final. And then this. How do you recover?
I'm not sure you can.
Shroud tries to get the quick pop shot from the door toward the jumping player in coldzera, but can't land it with the Deagle. Pistols again, 1 round the difference if they can't convert.
Well then, still a possibility always when you have a bit of utility in the Tech9s. Smoke comes in, looks like an execute. Well, I say execute, they've got 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs. Smokes on the A side, Matt, let's call it that. With a couple of flashbangs as well. Stewie's made his way towards long, but coldzera finds that first frag. Fallen is looking sharp today, can't quite connect to that one.
Tries it. You would have expected it at times. That in particular, I mentioned that he's probably the best of all positions on any map inside that A site with an AWP, but that position at park bench seems to be even greater for him. The amount of highlights we've seen there.
Last 2 smokes will be deployed. It's very telegraphed though. It's not like they can really do much of this. There you go, you can see them coming over, call the rotations to this point. And then Fallen, he's waiting for you, I'm afraid, and he's got a gap. Good luck.
Same gap, he hit a shot, one of his 2 in the last round. The flash, that was just from his team. Yeah, I don't think they were expecting him to be peeking there. Gives Stewie an opportunity above the box, but it's held off. The rifles prevail, and the Tech9s, Skadoodle trying all that he might against 5 players is going to get nothing. They all stay alive, and another timeout coming in. Stewie's called it immediately. And at this point, don't even call strategic changes. Call settle down. Relax. You need 1 round, and the pressure's off. At least you get to overtime.
Okay, let's have a look at the money. Those are all very good points, but Stewie, less than 4K. Same story for nothing as well, automatic just over it. They can't really get a buy. 4K is enough for an AK, armor, and 1 smoke grenade. That's it. That's all you can really get. It's not really enough, so if they were to think, okay, do we take another partial buy here, get the utility we need to do this properly? I don't think that will happen, but it's certainly an option. They'll be buying into this round, but we're trying to work out what's the best possible outcome here. Skadoodle can just about get an AWP. I think it's glass cannon once again. I'll have a look as we get back into it, but the unpause comes in. They are going to be buying into it. I think that is the right call. Shroud had a little bit more money than everyone else.
Here it comes.
AKs is a good level for Stewie, so he opts for the flashbangs and the Molotov. No all for Skadoodles, that means they obviously want the grenades here, so that does suggest another set piece potentially here. Default into that, that's normally the objective of Overpass as a whole. Falling towards Monster Tunnel though, looking for the first frag. They do get past just about to the left-hand side. I don't think he spotted them.
Fallen thinks about it, but backs away.
I think the idea of his spawn spot players getting there, all 3 of them get there undetected, so this could be beneficial as he rotates back. Shroud,
AK in hand, just watching to make sure no one's going to push through from the construction position. It's coldzera that's over there. He's waiting in the corner for the doorway. Actually, I take that back. Okay, so misled by the mini-map. He's actually on the other side of the wall. He was trying to go for the jump. It's Taco that'll go back in towards the same sort of setup again. In toward jungle with Taco and Cold, where they say passive and B. It's worked once, it's failed another. Cloud9's only round that they've gotten in this half came from exactly this setup from SK and a fast take with a bomb plant. It's going to be the same thing again. This time they don't Molotov off Taco. They push Cold back instead. And Stewie's going to stay a little bit further away from the play toward the stairs to catch off the rotations. And Fur's going to not go that way. Fur's actually going to elect to go all the way through T, knowing they like to play an aggressive construction position. But 5 players stay alive on either side. And the bomb's been ticking for 7 seconds already. Automatic looking for the shot. Cloud9's best play is on the passive approach from the retake of SK, and they've already got the first kill on the way through for FNX flash out. Automatic can't land it, he knows he's there now. They know he's on the mount, but he finds one. Looks for an additional spray, but here's Fur. He's going all the way, no! He can't convert it, he goes down. That could be the round in itself. It's all on the Fallen, lovely shot on Stewie, but he's gotta get aggressive. He's gotta go towards Skadoodle, and he's in behind the pillar. Time is not of the essence, and he's gone. Skadoodle hits the shot. Fur made a brilliant call to go all the way through Monster, but he doesn't quite pull it with the 2 men lined up. And a great reaction, to be fair, to take him down.
That was the moment. That was it. Fur coming in the back. I thought he'd nailed it. But the thing is, the time just wasn't there for SK. After falling towards Monster Tunnel, I said he spotted in there, didn't see a single thing. He rotates all the way towards A. Cloud9 getting there on the left-hand side of Monster Tunnel. That set them up tremendously there. The set piece comes in, the smokes, the Molotovs, the flashbangs. Pretty uncontested there. It was a 5-on-5 on the retake. Lovely stuff in Cloud9, just when they needed a round. They get number 15, like you said, that releases the pressure. That was the moment there. Burke had to shut that down. Didn't happen. Fallen hits a nice shot there, but the round, he had no time to actually find another kill and defuse as well. He goes for it. The money was still there. Didn't want to allow him to get the 15 round. He had to take the chance. Here we go then, Matt, though. Can Cloud9, after finding their second round here, it's 11-2. Close things out here. We'll have a look at the money for SK. It's okay. They've got 4 M4s on the double AWP setup. Fallen back on the AWP himself. This is turning out to be a really, really interesting grand final so far. I was a little bit worried it was 13-2, but now it could go either way. It could even go to overtime here. It would be another harsh reset if Cloud9 lost this round, and that pretty much guarantees it.
Skadoodle looking for an opportunity down through, quite literally an opportunity down through Monster. A Shroud gets flashed up, but gets inside of the site. More aggressive this time from SK. They don't go for the same passive setup, and that's why, because it works. Cloud9's expecting to walk in, waltz in, not this time. SK gonna shut them down once more. And that's more the stance they need to take if Cloud9 wants to go for that fast play toward the site. Slow take Monster, fast on the ramp, get the bomb down. And SK, all they do, a few steps forward, and it's a whole different picture.
Yep, simple play there, trying to close it out with a surprise factor. They rush towards B, contact play, a couple of flashes, that's it. But they get mowed down there. Taco stepping up with 3 kills, but Skadoodle's making this expensive at least. He finds 2 kills with the AWP. He still has a minute. I'm not going to count him out just yet. He's had a lot of flack recently for his performances, but this grand final and the semis as well, he looked very, very good. 3 versus 1, it's still an opportunity to win.
Skadoodle's trying to spot it. Molotov over toward the ramp. Round 29,
Go.
Hits it there, that's a third. Cloud9 on map point, and Skadoodle's not going down without a fight.
1v5 this would be, Matt.
That would be incredible if it's a 1 versus 5. Eat your heart out, Thorin, as he's gonna try and get closer on this AWP. If they lose this, it's a reset no matter what, and it puts SK in a position to force out overtime, and he's still in the site. Cold, getting a little bit closer, bomb down. Second man, it doesn't even matter. Taco doesn't need, or Fallen doesn't even need to get there. Cold's gonna get him immediately inside. And now it's round 30. We've got them all. SK pulled this back, and very little weaponry for Cloud9. I expect a fast play out of them.
Yeah, like I said, that was the round that pretty much decided whether we're going to overtime or not. Skadoodle did a good job of getting some guns down, but it's all for naught because you can see they still have plenty of residual cash. There could be double AWPs here, 3 M4s, and Cloud9 with just nothing. If they win this round, Matt, what a way to finish things off. We've got full 30 rounds. B rush potentially again. They'll probably do the same sort of execute they did before, the round that won previously. Hold up for a while, smoke in, Molotov, try and get that first frag. The B side's been a bit of a fortress, I have to say, for SK, but after 13-2, 1 round from taking this to overtime, this is certainly a grand final delivered so far. Super hype. Let's see if we can finish it off with a bang.
Well, map 1, 2. This is just the beginning of the best of 3. Not the best of 5 for this season. Makes more sense with 2 quarterfinal matches, or excuse me, semifinal matches on the same day. Best of 5 would be exhausting for everybody. So keep it short, sweet, and get the best action out of these guys, and that's what we're getting so far. Tale of 2 halves, though, I have to say. In total, there's been 4 rounds won on the T side. Fur behind the barrels has Cold already hitting the first shot. Looking for the headshot as well. Stewie's the one that fell, but Fur never even gets looked at, never even gets detected. Flashed up, he gets blinded as well, though. That gives Automatic a chance to sneak up with the Tech 9, excuse me, I almost said M4, but Skadoodle's gonna put bomb down. Automatic's found a kill. This is still getting interesting. They've got this down to a reasonable situation until Taco says otherwise. And it's nothing on the site, with nothing to lose, because he's got to go for this with the P250. He wants them to play the angles like Gap. Does take Taco. Oh, headshot on Cold. That could have been interesting, but it will be overtime. SK's forced it.
Can you believe that? That's it now. The crowd are back. 13-2 deficit. We said it could be a possibility. Round by round, they never give up. And Cloud9 couldn't get rolling either on the T side there. We're going to overtime. It's MR3, 10K, first to 19 on your scoreboards at the top. And that's got to be such a morale blow for Cloud9. I think they're happy they got to overtime at this point, considering what was happening there. Oh, well, this is SK's pick. And they're showing us why on the CT half. We're going to get straight into it, it seems. 10K per player, 3 rounds aside, you don't swap over. So Cloud9 We'll have enough to buy into this one. Same story for SK, no double orb set up here, going to be falling on the AWP, and now you can see this nuts crowd really going for it. Every round now, they're going to be so behind their team. It's really starting to eat up. You can hear the chants coming in as well.
Smokes will go out toward the bathrooms. Skadoodle with an op in hand. Stewie using the slide to peek over. Not often you see that. It's quite nifty. Good look at it. It's a very passive stance from Cloud9 to start off this overtime, and they know the situation. They've gone B so many rounds, so look at the adaptation from SK. Fur's there, Cold's there, Taco's there, and although they're staying passive toward the jungle positions again, Fur's inside the site directly, which means the smoke plant not going to happen.
Well then.
As such, it's A for Cloud9, though. They read it well.
Towards long we go. FNX will be holding that position, decides to fall back. Flashes come in from Cloud9, getting some map control for now. Execution with the Molotovs and smokes they have, and the pick as well. Skadoodle finds Fallen. What a huge scalp to take. 5-on-4 with time remaining as well. Perfect setup so far from Cloud9.
Automatic and Skadoodle together now as well.
You can see the players in Connector and towards Monster as well. They're waiting for a reaction from the CTs. You want to see if they're trying to reclaim parts of the map. This is good. They still have time to sit back and wait at this point. 3 CTs towards the A side and maybe an adjustment back towards B. And that's where the bomb's heading. CT's trying to gather information towards mid at this point.
Ooh, cold. I want to boost on the inside of the smoke. I thought he was going to wide peek it. But they put Fur above. Additional smoke goes a little bit further. They'll drop down, but inside of the bathroom, Stewie's hearing all of this. Stewie's in a prime position to capitalize on all this. He hears them go by. He can actually sneak in behind them, Stewie. One done already. Second one. Oh, catches them both. Perfect play from Stewie's positioning. And it's Taco with the only kill so far, Cloud9. It may have only been 2 rounds in regulation and overtime. 4 rounds T-side total. They get the first one in overtime. That could be huge.
Much better from Cloud9. An idyllic setup there at the beginning of the round. They get the map control required. They're pushing the CDs back. Skadoodle, he takes down Fallen as well. Great pickup from him. And they rotate as well. They don't fully commit. They keep on playing on the A side. And Stewie, he completely steps up to the plate at that point. Perfect positioning, as you pointed out. Back towards B. Great round for Cloud9. That's much better. The best we've seen him on the T side so far. And what a time to arrive. 1-0 here as we go into the second round of the first half of overtime here. 2 rounds remaining. Orb still available for Fallen. They lose this round though. It's really difficult to control the money on the CT side. Nothing great. The shot before, but can't get the better of the Orb this time. Fallen finds the first frag. And we go back to a 5-on-4 in favor of SK.
Cold on the bags. M4 slowly getting more aggressive as he wants to walk back into the water position, the construction position. Shroud, meanwhile, gets at the top of the mid stairs. Sprays in as well, smartly. Fur doesn't walk into that. That could have been costly. Could have even equalized the situation as nothing out of this. They have to slow down tremendously and find another pick. 59 seconds to do it. Stewie looks like he wants to go inside of those bathrooms. No smoke, or rather, flash to go through that smoke yet as they put it out the other way. Shadow position gives it away, and Fur's going to spot that coming through. Re-smokes it as well. Good position to have. They now have a 2-man advantage.
Yeah. At this point, though, every kill counts as a terrorist. Like I said, the money's low for the CTs. Even if they win the round, if they can get 2 or 3 kills, it'll be difficult for SK to reinvest into that next round. We'll see what happens here. Cloud9 looking towards the bathroom area. It's going to be Fur, though. Been great so far in the CT half, and Fallen taken down by Skadoodle once again. Might just be a chance. This frag's huge. Shroud takes it 3-on-3. 25 seconds remaining, but here it comes. The fly in the ointment. Cold Zera. He's coming in from behind.
Perfect play. Lines them up. 1 and 2. You can hear the crowd build that as well. Automatic gets toward the site. Brief pause before he plants it down. They'll know now it's on the B site. They'll rotate back over 3-man retake. Do they know it's on the B site? What's FNX?
Yeah.
Okay, now they do. FNX pushes through. He's going to join his teammates. Well, they started to push out. I thought that was a little bit interesting, and they were still going to bathrooms. But yes, it will be on. Oh, the B site. That was a good position. Automatic getting very aggressive, but traded back by Taco.
And there it is. A 5-on-3 brought back to a situation that was very possible there from Cloud9. Automatic in the 1 versus 3. And you can see, like I said, the money's a big problem now. So SK Gaming not fully defusing at that point. Want to make sure they salvage the AWP. And here's the backstab coming from Cold Zera. This time to perfection at that point. 2 massive kills. And Automatic has a good go if it finds 1 kill. But unfortunately can't deliver in the end. It will be the final round here, 1-1. As we go to the third round, like I said, the CTs will be struggling in terms of like the overall buy. I think with the dropped orb, they should be okay overall. They can distribute the wealth in a suitable manner. You can see FNX has only got 2 flashes, no smoke from Incendiary. They've got 33 kits. It's a fine buy. Like it's not bad. It could have been a lot worse.
Fallen Flash into his face, won't find the shot this time that we talked about in the first half. He was able to pick it up then. Or rather in the second half, their CT campaign, as it were. That does give a bit of room for Cloud9 to start to push in toward long. They've got the AWP in Skadoodle's hands, and Fallen's going to stay at the front of the bathroom, so rotate back, I believe, to Park side now, or is he going to stay on Truck? He's going to stay Truck side because FNX wants to stay at Park.
There we go. Another default. We've got long control once again. That's Cloud9. The bomb in hand as well. 3 players there. Nothing. He's been working that first pick towards B successfully at times, but at others being picked by the AWP. He'll be towards Monster Tunnel, seeing if there is a rotation or a push play from the CT. Shroud and Connector. Still an option to go back towards that B side. Right now, checking every single angle, looking for that first pick. Skadoodle with the long AWP. Takes the shot, can't find anything just yet.
Automatic and Stewie. Gonna try and find information directly inside the bathrooms themselves, but they're gonna look over toward B slowly but surely. Bomb's going that direction. Nothing's already out toward Monster. 41 seconds, very, very important round for Cloud9, especially on this T side. For both teams, no less, but if they can pick up 2 on the T side in overtime, it's gonna be a very good cause for concern on the SK approach to pulling this back. A full comeback, as it were. Fallen's gonna start it off. Skadoodle will go down. Automatic still has the bomb behind Shroud, but they want nothing in Shroud to try and find the opening picks, and Taco's very close forward. Goes for the player on the right and the left, takes back. It's Cold over his shoulder to help him do it, and all 3 go down. It's just Stewie. He's hard on the flank. Bombs dropped, 11 seconds. This is over. SK's got 17 rounds.
2-1 overall. Well, there it is. SK now, they have the lead after the first half of overtime. 2 more will do the win. 1 more for the draw. This is a great play, is it not, from Taco and Ferd, just spraying them down. Such great positions, a good crossfire with a man advantage as well. Cloud9 commit, just didn't have enough lanes there to really execute onto the site how they wanted to. So there it is, 2-1. SK Gaming applying the pressure firmly towards the Americans here. 5 players staying alive in that round, I should point out. For the CT half, after losing that first round, which seemed like the best T round we've probably seen in this entire match so far, Cloud9 gets shut down straight after. Here we go then. Cloud9 switch over. In regulation, they got 13-2 on this half. No reason why they couldn't get the 3-0.
They're back in the room. The tactical pause was called this time by Fallen, because let's not forget that they had equal problems to Cloud9. Dead equal, hence overtime on their T side. Only picking up 2 rounds, 4 rounds regulation, as we said, T side. It's very, very one-sided in terms of defense, offense in this game. And I have to say, I think they were a little bit slow starting, so that it could be perhaps encouraging that in the second half they were all hitting their shots, they were all stepping up, and maybe they can finally put it together in their approach.
Here we go then. We're back into a map. Single orb setup is for Skadoodle. You can see the city's adjusting that buy for overtime. You don't want to get head armor. There's not going to be any SMGs against you. Don't need it against the AKs. What's the play here? Young Stu going aggressive towards Connector. Wants that first frag by himself for now, though. Flash just goes in, trying to slow them down potentially here, make them expend more of their own utility. Now he's just showing some presence as the T slowly but surely start pushing into that area. Flash himself. Looks like maybe a B attack coming in here. They actually got them bombed towards the Monster Tunnel, but that's where Cloud9 were very strong indeed.
Fallen looking at the sandbags for anyone who wants to push out and get aggressive. Changed his angle ever so slightly. Cold and Taco, keep this in mind, are out toward Monster. The reason that's important in a minute is because that's where the bomb is. That's a long rotation back toward A. So this, I have a feeling, a suspicion, unless Fur and FNX can find kills on A, it's going to be B. And FNX and Fur are just designed to hold 3 players on A site. They've done it beautifully. Nothing goes down. Cold's in already. They've slowed ever so slightly toward the Monster position. And Shroud's going to try and benefit from this, but the problem is it puts Fallen in a position where after the first shot, he can peek back out. Good spot then from Automatic, and Shroud's in the sight. This is a brilliant rotation from Cloud9. Shroud's dropped the bomb down as well. It's now a 4 versus 2, and it looked like the entry was going to be great for SK. It's anything but in the end, as Cloud9 have shut it down entirely. Fur's going to grab bomb.
Still a chance here though, 4-on-2, and Fur so deadly in these sort of positions. He's got to have Automatic in front of him, but look at the backstab coming in as well. FNX in heaven. This is so good, but they're ready for it. Stewie takes him down. I thought that could have been the moment it crumbles. And Shroud, he gets the last kill. Nice work, and it will be Cloud9. Tying things up 17-17. And here we go, round number 5. They keep holding on here just about. Pause comes in. I'm not sure how many we've had. It's hard to keep track
No,
these days.
this is I think the fourth now for SK. They only used 2 in the first half.
Yeah.
So this will be their last. Nervous times, nail-biting times for SK.
First to 19, if you're unaware. But Shroud, he holds strong. Good flashes in, he finds 2 frags, and he's underwater while doing it.
Gotta say as well that with Cloud9 being tied up, no one on that point yet. But on the CT side, it starts to favor them. You have to consider that. Fallen's got an idea. He's being very passionate about it and how he wants it to go down.
Their fearless leader has given the orders. He buys the AWP. Didn't get the bomb down in the previous, so let's see what they bring to the table in round number 5 of 6 here. Overtime in the grand final between Cloud9 and SK. Started off a little bit slow, but it's certainly exciting now.
Skadoodle can't find the shot toward the park. He gets flashed off, has to retreat. FNX had fallen, therefore will fall down into the underpass and try and wait this out. Taco as well. It's out toward the monster position, getting closer to try and enter when the opportunity arises. Fur trying to catch back anyone who pushes out toward long. So they're all just sitting for a default right now on the SK side. A default that I have to say does have a slight bias toward B, if I were to guess.
You can see it's interesting setup. Stewie looking towards long. Skadoodle backing him up with the AWP towards the bathroom area. I like it.
It's changed a little bit because they're coming this direction with Fur and Cold. It will be a bathroom approach. Stewie and Skadoodle, though. That's the Skadoodle combo. Skadooey combo, whatever it is. It's a tough one to breach. Taps the boost or just the smokes?
This is a full execution to the A side, but I think it's a bit of a ruse, man. You can see the bomb actually making its way back to the B side. So up to Taco and the bomb holder FNX to make things happen. These exchanges towards A are important.
This isn't going to work. The problem is that Stewie and Skadoodle are so far forward. They haven't gone down. It puts Shroud nothing in a position where they try and flank it. But Fur's made this work. It's not the right site. It's got to be the bomb staying alive, and FNX does it. He takes down Shroud. That was what could have swung the round. As automatic, all for naught on the A site. He's going to get a kill against Fur and Fallen. So now bomb gets planted. It's a 1 versus 3. But he's got 7 HPs on an AWP, and I think he's just going to try and hold that, knowing the money situation in overtime. And in fact, nothing's only on 1450. Would have to be dropped out. So a save coming in overtime from Cloud9. SK is going to go up 18 and get map point in the first map after coming back from 13-2.
Absolutely right. SK Gaming, one step closer now. Coldzera finds his 33rd frag. And that was such a lovely round from SK. Gets the map control they require, the execution towards A, the bombs in B as well, and the perfect fakes are the ones who are finding kills and staying alive as well. Like he said, didn't fully bring the rotations over, but it didn't matter. SK find the entries. Fur continuing his good form as well. He finds his 27th kill, and 3 players survive for SK Gaming, but the AWP is salvaged by Cloud9. Automatic manages to hold onto that. So here we go then. Map point. How far they've come. It's their pick, and the crowd are coming to life now. You can hear the support coming in, and they pick this round up. That's it. We move to Mirage 1-0 in favor of SK. Certainly the favorites here in the grand final, but you have to commend Cloud9 for their efforts so far. Certainly not out of it just yet.
Smokes to go out toward, rather, excuse me, a flash. I thought it was a smoke when I saw it in the air. Toward this park position. No, Skadoodle's going to get the boost, though. This is different. This is actually something that's potentially could catch Cold off, but they go away from it at the exact moment he starts to show himself at the bottom of that stairwell.
Well, it will be that similar setup we saw from the CTs once again. Stewie and Skadoodle together, holding back in the 3-man setup at B. Bomb still in connector right now in the hands of FNX. Very similar to the beginning of the previous round. So SK Gaming with a similar mentality. He's trying to get that map control, coming from a connector, clear out every single angle, pushes cities back to the site, then you can execute. Like we saw before, you have the option to do a fake. It's a very good map to bring those to the table, or you can fully commit and try and go in with the firepower and the smokes deployed.
Fallen with a flash through. Stewie's going to try and dodge this. He's playing the smoke to his advantage. He's got Skadoodle behind him as well to back him up on the inside of the bathrooms. FNX though is backpedaling. He's taking this bomb back up the ladder over toward the stairs. Taco's going to be the one he goes with. Cold already in the stairs. This is going to be a B hit. Shroud and nothing now have to be the ones to live up to the test. And Cloud9's read this. They're already rotating off. Automatic and Stewie go deep back in the A site. They play a passive position. They can get a rotation in faster. 29 seconds, Fur and Fallen. Still putting a little bit of pressure, so they can't rotate in full. But now they go. Taco's in Monster. Taco's in the site. Bomb's behind him. FNX is in the site as well. Shroud's waiting for it. He's gonna get taken down. Taco traded nothing. Looks the wrong way. That's FNX with Bomb on the site. Smoke out. Cold's covering him off. It's just Skadoodle and Automatic. And after being up 13-2 on SK's map, SK in front of the home crowd have pulled this back. It's all but done as Automatic does get closer. M4 in hand, looks the wrong direction. Skadoodle trades it. He's still got a chance. Drops in 1 versus 3. He's got a kit, but he's running very low on time. They know where he is. Hits one, but sprayed down. SK's got map 1.
We said the crowd would be an important factor, and you can see them just blow the roof off there. As you said, about 13-2. That was locked in and that was tied up. But SK, they're so deadly, they never give up. They keep fighting back, they never tilt. And they managed to bring it back in overtime. Fantastic scenes here. It couldn't be more romantic if you tried. 1-0, it was their map. Bit of a rocky road, but they managed to pull it back in the end. Great scenes here. And Cloud9, they've got to feel a bit gutted after that one.
And there's a time not too long ago when an upcoming Luminosity team played the world #1, Fnatic, and had a 12-3 lead in Katowice and lost it. This is now the reverse roles. Cloud9's the upcoming and SK is the monster, and they show why. What an absolutely incredible performance to pull that back, and everybody stepping up. It took them a while, I have to say, but slowed the strategy down in overtime, and it worked well.
Yeah, very impressive. What a great game that was overall. They had such a roller coaster of emotion. But Matt, I think after all the emotion, including a kiss, we have to pass it on to 3 other gentlemen. A creamy one of that as well. Alex, please take it away.
Thank you very much, Henry and Matt. Indeed, your kiss was fantastic, but so was the CS, and now we have an intriguing state of affairs. SK do win their map choice, but by no means does that tell the whole story. It doesn't even scrape the surface. Cloud9, a 13-2 lead going into that T side. And Chad, we have to start with you because your statement coming into this in the pre-match was C9 have a chance, but they have to get 12 rounds on their CT side, and they did it.
There's one word that's going to haunt Chad for a while, and that word is surely.
Don't
Surely
like
13 will be
Don't I look like an absolute muppet? To lose from that position, when they're in the driver's seat, they had so many rounds that they should have converted. That one with Automatic where he got the ace, that was a sick round. He was just so unfortunate just to miss the spray onto Taco, diffusing in the smoke. It's so heartbreaking for Cloud9.
I mean, it's heartbreaking for us on the desk, and I don't even want to consider what it is actually like for the C9 players now who are sitting there. You're 13-2 up going into the half, Jason, against the defending world champions on their map choice.
Yeah, well, I mean, we knew they were going to struggle on the T side. We talked about that, and I mean, even just looking at the team without in-game leader, without a coach, tactics are going to be the tough part, and T side of Overpass is an extremely tactical sided map. We talked also, I mean, the one big thing I said they were going to have to do is be able to force off those ops away. I mean, Fallen had a field day when they brought it in the double op setup with Cold Zera. When you're making plays as Stewie and as Automatic, that seemed to be their big game plan, was very individualistic, fast-paced, aggressive plays from those two, and early on in the half, it just got shut down immediately. I mean, those ops just picked them off time after time.
And you can see how that instilled fear into Cloud9. Towards the end of the second half, you could see 3 players just waiting outside of Monster, holding for a push, 2 players towards that party, the playground area, boosted, waiting for someone to push all the way. They spent a whole minute just waiting for SK, some of the SK's players to push. That doesn't happen. And, you know, that's a read in itself. You spent a minute doing nothing, you got no map control. At that point, you're kind of forced to go towards B. And it, again, came down to that B defense. Taco did, for most of the time, a good job. C9, at times, they did manage to get into the bomb site, like the Automatic round, for example. There were a couple of other rounds. That puts a lot of pressure on the CTs to go for that retake, to allow, to have a 5v5 with the bomb down. You need to have the presence of mind to retake that site, to be composed.
And look at this man. Automatic has to be spoken about. 33 frags, top of the scoreboard and second on the server. And he was just firing on all cylinders. Chad, off air, you were just saying this guy is sick.
He's a monster. He's going absolutely nuts. That spray control that he had, making so many impact frags, locking it down on the CT side, even on the T side, almost winning the round that would have won that, or pushed Cloud9 over the edge. It was insane. The thing that I'm really interested in is Fallen's adjustment in overtime. If you noticed, he basically spread his troops out all across the map and took Cloud9 on at both bomb sites at once, basically. The reason for that, I think, is because Cloud9 is so good at multi-fragging and was so good at shutting them out, is if you make them scared, you make them think that there's pressure on them all at once. They're all over-communicating. It's such a high-pressure situation. then you just catch them off guard. If you win 1 or 2 duels in either area of the map, then you can take the bomb there, and it looked like they were happy to go towards that B side.
Yeah, I mean, this is eternally one of their strengths on this map on the T side, because Taco plays this B bomb side at overpass perhaps better than anyone. He's the one who's always watching for flanks, always just holding it down so that when they can pressure the A site, then they could just rotate very, very quickly down the stairs. And they did it so many times. Perhaps also, I mean, thinking if you're going to be in front of this crowd, if this crowd is going to be chanting, if it's going to be loud, force your opponents to have to communicate on a massive level, have a really, really good communication, have really good synergy, and they just exploited that.
I think it's also interesting towards the very end of the game how SK, the last 2 rounds that they won, they basically ran the same strat. And if you noticed, 1 minute was left. C9 had 4 smokes and 4 molotovs and a bunch of flashes, so they knew that SK was going for a slow default. They saved utility. First time around, they don't use it properly. Fur gets the entry kills, and it's an easy round for SK. Second time around, it's looking a bit better. They do buy enough time. Fur is not able to be put into play as effective, but they just lose out on the B bomb site on those entry kills. I feel that C9 will be extremely disappointed with how those 2 rounds went. You could even see Stewie. I think they did a lot of research for SK because he was waiting for a sound cue, the flash that pops that Cold Zero throws for Fallen to peek from the stairs area. After he hears that flash, 2 seconds after that, that's when he throws the smoke. And that's the only thing he does. He doesn't like jump for info, no visual information, just a sound cue. So you could tell that they knew how SK runs their default.
Damn, and that is, of course, the beauty of CS. It's a thinking man's game as well as an aim game, as Cold Zero is at the top of the scoreboard from SK with an incredible 100 ADR. That was the first map, and of course, if you wanted to understand and see the statistics that I am just quoting, you can use an app on your smartphone. It's called The Score Esports, and you'll have heard me talk about it before, but it is definitely worth your while grabbing to keep track of all the events that are unfolding for your favorite game, that is CS. After the break, we're going to be talking about Map 2. Will C9 be able to bounce back after that heart-wrenching loss? I'm going to be talking to these guys about that after our very short break. So do stay tuned, and we'll be seeing if SK can make it done in 2.